Yes. Welcome back to today's video. Thank you so much for waiting a whole week long, but you're here today. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the support. I was overwhelmed. I saw you people posting on your Twitter. Please follow Judith Nalukwago for the best advice. Thank you so much, guys. I am very grateful. I saw some guys on their Facebook, on your WhatsApp. Please, thank you so much. You can keep sharing the link. I'll put the link in the comment section. You can keep sharing it among your friends, among your groups. Some of you are in WhatsApp groups. You can share the link actually there and advise people to watch these videos because they're very important to them. Please share on your statuses. Continue sharing on your Twitter. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the following. Thank you so much. You guys have made my YouTube channel to blow up just in one day, in one video like this. Thank you so much for the support. I'm also going to keep serving you, and you guys are encouraging me to even make better videos. This is Judith Nalukwago as usual, a dentist by profession. Thank you so much for listening in to me, and welcome back from the previous week. I know it has been a very long week, but here we are. Thank you so much. So today we are going to talk about how to brush our teeth. How do we brush our teeth? What techniques do we use? How do we store our toothbrush? What kind of toothbrush should I use? What kind of toothpaste should I use? And flossing. How should I floss my teeth? So we have our model that we're going to be using. This is our model. We're going to use it for so many videos because this model is one, it's very visible. It enables you to see clearly well what I'm pointing at, and two, it is very flexible for us to be able to learn from it. So thanks for this model. It's very important. It's very good for us to use. Yeah, and then we have our floss here. We have our model toothpaste here. Ignore the brands. Then we have our model toothbrushes that we're going to use. Then we have our mouthwash here. Ignore the brand. I'm just showing you these things, but you can use the brands because I mean they're not bad. So welcome back, and today we're not going to waste a lot of time. We are going to go straight to what we are going to do today. And first of all, we are going to start with our toothbrushes. What kind of toothbrushes should we use? What are the qualities of a good toothbrush for me to use while brushing my teeth? Because these things are very important. The bristles, are they hard or soft? The handle, is it very easy for me to handle and prevent damage? How does it go, the taper, the shape of the toothbrush, the shape of the bristles? They are very, very important. All those things are very important. So I'm going to show them to you on the toothbrushes. With me, I have 5 kinds of toothbrushes, and I'm going to show you the importance of having the best toothbrush. I'm going to show you the qualities each toothbrush has, and I choose the best for you. I have this one. You can see that one is what I currently use. There is this one. Most of you have seen this on market. There is this one. Ignore the labels. I'm not marketing for any product. And I also use this one currently. There's this one as well. This other one is a sister to the green one that you saw earlier. They basically look alike. I don't use this one anymore. I stopped using it. The reason why I bought these toothbrushes: first, your toothbrush should have a very good handle. The handle is for easiness of brushing. You hold it very well and it doesn't disturb you. Instead of having a handle that will even make you brush your teeth very hard, remember we said we are doing soft and gentle movements. So when you look at all these handles, all these 5 handles, honestly speaking, my best handle on all the 5 is this one. This one has a very good handle, and it's very easy because you hold. Are you seeing how I'm holding? My thumb is holding perfectly well here, and the fingers I'm holding, it's not so tight, it's loose, but it can be able to access all parts of the mouth. Then also this one has a very good handle. You get. Then the other thing is this behind part. Most of you ask, I don't know whether you can see it well. Are you seeing that rugged surface behind? Most of you ask yourselves, what is the importance of this surface? I think this one also has it. You can see it somehow, that surface behind. This one doesn't have it. Even this one doesn't have it. So that surface is for brushing on the tongue. It is very gentle. You see the tongue has to be brushed as well. These bristles are very hard. If you use them on your tongue, they can cause bleeding. Some of you have very sensitive tongues. So this part, this side, it's blunt. so it cannot cause any bleeding to you. So always use this part to brush your tongue, and never forget to brush your tongue, because your tongue can also lead, if you don't brush it, food gets stuck there and it can lead to smelling of the mouth. Those of you who have complained that my mouth smells, but some of you don't brush your tongue, that is what causes that. And the other thing I would love to tell you about the toothbrush is the shape. Are you seeing how these bristles go? They come flat, then they make a shape, they go up, that shape that goes up. This shape helps these bristles to reach the back teeth, these back teeth behind. But when you look at a toothbrush like this one, which is evenly even on the surface, that means this toothbrush cannot reach our behind teeth. So this one will brush well our front teeth, but then it will have a disadvantage that it won't reach our back teeth. So this toothbrush, we have already seen its disadvantage. Also, we have already seen another disadvantage is the handle. The handle is not easy because it's flat everywhere. It is not the best handle for holding. It doesn't give you that ease when you're brushing. Then when you look at the shape, the tapper, this toothbrush, you see how it goes and becomes smaller at the tip. Even this one, it goes, I think this one brings it out clearly and becomes smaller at the tip, whereas this one, it is very straight. That means this one cannot reach the back of your mouth. I hope you get me. This one cannot reach the back of your mouth, there deep at the back. But this one, they have a tapper. That means they can reach the back of your mouth and brush those behind teeth. That is why some of you have problems with your behind teeth, because you don't reach them well and you keep complaining that I brush my teeth every day, but my behind teeth are getting caries, my behind teeth are getting cavities and holes. Why? It's because you use toothbrushes that don't reach properly in your behind teeth and they get problems. That means you don't brush them well. So I think now you've known that toothbrush, the shape. This one I got it from a hotel. I actually have like 5 of them because I stayed in the hotel for 7 days and they were changing toothbrushes every day. I told myself, you know what, these guys, you don't have to change a toothbrush every day as long as it hasn't the bristles don't have any problem. So I kept the toothbrushes because I like them. The bristles are very soft. This one has the softest bristles. The bristles are very soft and very nice, so they are easy. They don't make my gum bleed. So this one is, I love that toothbrush. It's very good. Of course, it's not any brand. There is no brand name. This one, Colgate, I don't have a Colgate toothbrush, but Colgate also makes good toothbrushes. But not, there are some that look like this, some Colgate toothbrushes that are very hard. Be careful about them. Look out for the good one. Then Oral-B, I'm not marketing, but I'm just giving examples of toothbrushes that I've used and have done great work for me. Oral-B is quite expensive. It's a bit expensive for some of you, but you know what? You have to invest, because buying this toothbrush of 8,000 and spending around 500,000 on your tooth, one tooth like this, that is even on the minimum. What would you prefer? I think you would prefer this toothbrush of 8,000. So you have to invest in yourself. Then the other thing is, when do we change a toothbrush? We change a toothbrush when the bristles have started scattering. It's not a must that I have to change my toothbrush every month. No, as long as you see the bristles have started going away from their direction, as you can see this one, the bristles had started diverting away. That means, 1, they can hurt my gum, and 2, they will not brush my teeth effectively. That's why I decided to discard this one and stopped using it. And I continued using this one, but this one I've also discarded it. I've stopped using it because also it has gotten old. This one I don't use it. I just bought it for demonstration purposes. I use these too. These are my regular toothbrushes. I love them so much. So reason number 2 is, some of you don't brush your teeth long enough. Within 30 seconds, you're already done brushing your teeth. That is wrong. You have to take time while brushing your teeth. At least use 2 minutes. You see, you cannot know that you've used 2 minutes until you start timing yourself. Most of you use less than a minute. So I would urge you to start at least timing yourself. You will see, but you're using less than a minute. Start timing yourself so that the behavior grows in you, that I have to use 2 minutes while brushing. Why do I say 2 minutes? Some of you are going to ask yourself. Because there are so many things that you're going to do in your brushing that will require you to even take 2 or more minutes. So let me show you the things you have to do. So we are going to use our model. while doing this is a tooth model. We use it to teach people how to brush in the dental clinic. So I'm going to use it to show you the reason why you're taking these 2 minutes while brushing. It's because of these various things you're going to do. One, let me first teach you that brushing technique. The best brushing technique is brushing. Most of you are used to brushing like this. You're used to brushing like this. And all of you are going to testify that this is true, but this is completely wrong. You see, when you brush like this, you're allowing food to come from this tooth surface and go to the what? To between the teeth. You see the food, you're rubbing it from here, then it goes in between the teeth. You rub it from here, it goes in between the teeth. And the other thing is, you're damaging the gum. Remember, you're moving to and fro. So you're damaging this gum, which has moved down. So you are damaging it. Those are the two disadvantages of that brushing technique. But the worst disadvantage is you're putting food between your teeth, which eventually will stay and the bacteria will feed on it, and they cause problems. They cause holes between your teeth. So how am I supposed to brush my teeth? You're supposed to brush your teeth in a circular manner. In a circular manner, you allow food to come from between the teeth and it goes down. So circular manner, should I brush? Let me come closer. So this is it. You first of all, you orient the toothbrush at a 45-degree angle. 45. Why am I orienting at 45? It is because when you make it straight like this, you see this area. See this area? Let me show you. What should I use? This area here of the gum, that you're seeing, that gum line. That gum line there, it is called unattached gingiva. That gingiva, for us we call it gingiva in dentistry. That gingiva is not attached to the what? To the tooth. Actually, even some of you, when you get a toothpick and you pass around here, you'll see that it gets off a little easily. So food hides there. So if you hold your toothbrush at 0/90 degrees like this, that means you're not allowing your toothbrush to go a little inside to remove those food particles, and that is how your tooth will begin getting sick from the inside there while coming out. So what we are going to start doing is we're going to start orienting our toothbrush at 45 degrees. What is 45 degrees? You hold it like this. I think now you're seeing it. So that when you are brushing, we brush in circular motion. These things are not easy. For some of you who have grown up using the wrong methods of brushing, are not easy to learn. But with time, if you continue practicing, you see this is deliberate effort. We are preventing you from spending 1 million on a single tooth. Moreover, such easy things can help you to stop such things. So you hold at 45 and you brush. You see when I'm doing like this, the bristles are going under that gum and they're removing the food particles that are in there. First of all, that is why we say we need soft bristle brushes, because if the bristles are hard, they're going to traumatize the gum. So you keep on doing that. You brush. So you go section by section. You say, maybe I'm going to start with the front teeth. You brush the front teeth. You finish them. You go to the back teeth. Also 45, brush them. Then you go to the back, this side. You start from up, because when you start from up, food particles fall from up and they go down. You don't start from down, because when you start from down, as you go up, the food particles will fall where you've already finished brushing, which is not right. So always start from up, then you go down. So after brushing the outside bit of the teeth, then you can go in the inside. Let me orient the mouth for you. This is you opening your mouth. So you want to brush. Most of you forget to brush the surface of your teeth. This one. Let me open. This one. You forget to brush it. Most of you forget, actually. You forget to brush the surface of your teeth. Actually, when you look at your mirror, well, and you look at your teeth, most of you have calculus, those hard food particles that are formed around here. It's because you forget to brush these surfaces. So after brushing the outside, then you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to brush the inside. So here, you can get your toothbrush and do it like this. Then you brush, still circular motion. Then also down, you brush, circular motion. Then you go at the back. Then you also go at the back. Then you also go Remember we said you start from up. Ignore my sequence, but you have to start from up at all points. Then you go. Then after brushing through, then you brush your tongue. The tongue should be the last. So that is also another way that is the circular motion is the most appropriate motion while brushing our teeth. And also I've told you, brush in quadrants, in steps, then brush the tongue last. It will help you to remember that I haven't brushed this section, I've brushed this section. So that is how you're going to spend these 2 minutes of brushing. And also when you spend longer, it enables the fluoride. Remember I told you in the previous video, those who haven't watched it, please go back. Fluoride is very important in strengthening our teeth. The longer the fluoride stays on our teeth, the better it gets absorbed into our teeth. So we would love that fluoride to stay longer. And then the other thing we are going to talk about is rinsing your mouth. I cautioned you against rinsing your mouth. Remember we said we need our fluoride, and the fluoride is in the toothpaste. So after brushing, we don't rinse our mouth because you're washing away the fluoride. So if you feel the food particles in your mouth and you need to wash them out, for example, if you eat maize or if you eat popcorn or hard corn, you can see the food particles, the corn particles in your mouth. Before you start brushing, first rinse through your mouth so that those particles leave. Then after, when you start brushing, after brushing, just spit out and leave the bubbles in your mouth. Guys, I'm emphasizing this. Please stop rinsing your mouth. This is very important to me as a dentist, and it's very important to you. Stop rinsing your mouth. Just spit. The toothpaste that stays is not harmful to cause you any problem. The other thing we are going to talk about is the toothpaste. I told you we have to use toothpaste that contains fluoride. So you have to be very vigilant as you're going to buy your toothpaste. You have to look at the fluoride content. Most cases, our fluoride content that is favorable and very good for us is 1,450 parts per million. Parts per million, you'll find there's 1450, then there is ppm. That means parts per million. So it is very important for us to always look at our toothpaste. And disclaimer, I am not marketing, but I'm showing you some of the products that I use because for me, they are good for me. So I don't mind sharing them with you, but I'm not marketing. So here we have our Colgate. It's always on the cover, it's also there, but also on the toothpaste itself you can see my Colgate. Where is the label? It has I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it clearly. My parts per million are so small. It is so small. So I'll just show you a picture. That would be the best, because now you can't see it well, but it's normally here, around here. That is where the concentration is. It's 1,450 parts per million. It's very important to know. So you always look at the cover or the toothpaste itself so that they have it. If they have less, it may not be the best for you. If they have more, it's also bad for you because it can cause fluorosis. Fluorosis is when your teeth over whiten and they start breaking. That is also bad for you. So this is the best concentration, and use it. I use Colgate. This Colgate triple action is okay. Then there is also Colgate Herbal. It's also okay. I'm not marketing, I've told you. It's just that they're the ones I use, and I've found they're comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with them. So I don't mind telling you to use the same. Yeah, so we said what we need in our toothpaste is the what? The fluoride. We said we are going to talk about is the floss. It is very important. When do we floss? We always floss before brushing. Like I told you, the reason why you floss before brushing is to remove the food particles between your teeth, and they come onto the surfaces of your teeth. Then when you brush, you wash them off, you brush them away. Or you floss, you rinse your mouth, then brush. That is also fine. Also, when food gets stuck between your teeth as you're eating, for example, lunchtime, meat, you can get this floss, go to the bathroom and start flossing. After flossing, rinse your mouth. After rinsing your mouth, then it is okay. We said do not use toothpicks, and I'm going to show you. So this is floss. This is the kind that I have for today. There's very many kinds. Let me open it for you so that you see. This is a string. So you get a reasonable reasonable length, because remember we are going to roll it on our fingers, so it's very important to get reasonable length that will be able to roll on your fingers. It has a cutting end, you can cut. That is what we use to cut. So you cut it. Now how do we floss? First of all, I'm going to use our model that you already know, it's here. So how do we floss? One is, how do we hold the floss? Are you seeing these two fingers, this and this? You first hold it like that. Then after holding it like that, you bring this finger, this one, and roll it around. But you leave some reasonable length behind this one. You roll it like twice, but you can roll as many times as the length of the thread, of the floss, sorry. Then, even this side, I do the same. Are you seeing the one I'm holding it now? It comes back to our original holding. Just because I've rolled it, nothing changes about it. You get? So, how do I hold when I'm going to what? Like I told you, you have to leave some reasonable length. Now you can see where I put it in my hands. So now look at it. First I was like this, but now I'm like this. Why do I do this? This finger, this is one that is going to make it move up and down on the tooth surface. So when I go in, I put it inside my mouth. So this is my tooth. I would have wanted to use this model, but the problem with this model is it's not my mouth. It's going to be hard for me to floss it. And next of all, this model doesn't, the teeth are tight together. The floss can't enter, because you know this is a model, this is not a human being. But for me, a human being, I can help you. This one, you hold it like this. So this side, remember we rolled it already tight. Then here we hold. Don't be hard on your teeth. Be very gentle, because although it's thread, it can also cause danger to your teeth or to your gum. So please be as easy as you can on your teeth. Don't cause harm to it. So this is floss. I hope some of you have seen the thread, but if you have not understood, you can always put in the comment section that you want you to repeat that video, or make a separate video on flossing and I will do it for you. This is floss. The other thing is how you store your toothbrush. We said we shall talk about how the storage of our toothbrushes. Most of you store your toothbrushes in the bathroom. Research has been made in dentistry that toothbrushes which are stored in the bathroom contain more germs than toothbrushes which are stored elsewhere. Why? Because our bathroom contains waste matter. You see the things we take to the bathroom, that is where the toilet is. So that means the germs from the toilet can easily reach our toothbrush. That is a research that has been made, and when they test the toothbrushes that have been kept in the bathroom and the ones that have been kept in the bedroom, for example, you find that the ones that in the bathroom contain more germs. And I said we are the ones who introduce sometimes those germs into our mouth. So we are going to stop storing our toothbrush in the bathroom. And also, the bathroom is humid. Most of you, I think you know this. When you go to your bathrooms, they're a bit warmer and more humid than the rest of the bedroom. So that means your toothbrush is not going to dry. Get a suitable cup for it, or a tumbler or something, then put it inside, then you put it on the stand so that it can dry easily. So, and you always have to make sure it dries. Like I've said, it's very important that it dries. Then the other thing is going to brush. Some of you, after breakfast, I told you, we brush twice a day. That is before going to bed as the last thing. And then we said at lunchtime, after eating food, you can get your floss. This floss is, where is it? This floss is very small. You can always walk with it in your bag. So it's something small. Then you said after eating, you get your floss between the teeth. Go to the bathroom, you rinse your mouth. You can use a mouth rinse. Right now, the mouth rinse I have is here, but there are different kinds. There is Listerine, there is there's so many kinds. But I use this as the moment. As you can see, I've switched here because I use it almost every day. I use this, but I have a small bottle. I don't have it right now. So that I work with my mouthwash. I can't work with all this. This is too big to fit in my handbag. I have a small bottle. Those bottles you see women like as if spray bottles, which they use for their hair. Now I got a new one. Then I put in my mouth rinse. It's very tiny. It's like up to here. So it takes me like around 3 days. So every 3 days I fill into my bottle and I work with it. So it's very easy for me. But some of you take juice for breakfast. And what kind of juice? Some of you take pineapple juice or you eat pineapples. Some of you take lemon juice or you eat lemons. Some of you take orange juice. Those three I have mentioned are very acidic. And acids, remember, we said they're not very good for our teeth. But what do we do when we've taken acidic foods? Do we brush after breakfast immediately we've taken acidic foods? No. Give yourself time, because on a micro level, on that small level that you cannot see, your tooth surface has dissolved a little. So if you brush your teeth immediately, that means you are washing away those particles that have become loose on your tooth surface. So with time, your tooth is going to start becoming sensitive to cold or hot things. And you ask yourself why, but you've been having these bad habits from the start of putting acids into your mouth, then you brush immediately. But also, you should reduce the consumption of those acidic foods. I'm not saying get away from them completely, because oranges are very good for us, and pineapples. They contain vitamin C, which is very important. But also, they have high levels of citric acid, which is bad for our teeth. So after taking them, we take off some time. For example, like 30 minutes or an hour. That means the saliva that has been produced in our mouth is enough to harden that surface again. So after hardening it, then we can go and brush our teeth. Then last but not the least, this is very important, because this is easy to do. Take enough water. You see, the less the water we have, that means we have less fluoride. You know, there is fluoride we eat in normal food, in cabbages, etc. So it goes into our body and it comes back to our teeth through saliva, because our mouth produces saliva, and that saliva contains fluoride. So if you don't have enough saliva production, that means you're not going to have enough fluoride from your body to be washing on your teeth. So you have to take enough water. That water is very important, because it's something that enhances more production of saliva. So if you have any questions, please comment section. Those of you have my number, you can always call me and ask me the different questions. If your questions require producing a video, I will produce a video for you. But please spread this video to your friends. It's very important. They need to know this information like the way you've also gotten to know it. So it's important to share. You can also share on your social media platform. Thank you so much. We meet next week. And next week I'm considering starting to make 2 videos. So please stay tuned in. Thank you so much. Meet you again.